What's going on, guys? It's New York Prepper here. Just wanted to give you guys an update on my SHTF Precision rifle build, and got my barrel. My barrel came in from Krieger. So you can see the stamp that they stamped here. I'll show you guys. See Krieger, and it's 308 because it's a 300 Win Mag. You see they stamped 308 there and then 300. It's a 5R. I use 5R rifling is the best in my opinion, and it's stainless steel. This is a light Palma contour, so it's got enough heft and enough beef where it's going to maintain stability. Not stability, harmonics. You know, it's going to keep the harmonics down to an acceptable level, and it's also going to prevent overheating, but it's not too thick to the point where it's extremely heavy and unwieldy and difficult to use in field positions, you know, field shooting. I wanted to choose a barrel contour that would give me enough thickness to reduce the harmonic vibration and also reduce overheating, but I didn't want it to be too thick like a varmint or bull or something like that, or a target taper, you know, where it's going to be so heavy that it's going to be hard to make, you know, offhand shots. I wanted to be able to make offhand shots with this because this is an SHTF rifle. It's also going to be my hunting rifle for rule of law, but when without rule of law hits, I may want to make offhand shots. You know, same thing if I'm hunting. They did a really good job on this crown here. They crowned the muzzle off. Just really nice. They did a really nice job on this barrel. Just the rifling is just really beautiful. I looked down the barrel inside the bore, and the bore is super nice, super smooth. They did a really good job at Krieger on this barrel. I only waited like 3 months for it, so pretty quick turnaround time. And now I'm going to ship it off to GA Precision in Kansas. If you guys don't know who GA Precision is, they actually made a rifle for Chris Kyle, the American sniper. They're one of the most popular and the best precision rifle gunsmiths, and they're out of Kansas. That's GA Precision. And so I'm going to send all this stuff to them, and they're going to do a bunch of work on this. I also got this nice bolt knob here. This is from the Czech Republic, from my buddy Jaromír Navratil. I'm going to put a link to his website here, but he made this himself. He's a machinist. He makes a lot of gun parts, scope bases, scope rings, bolt knobs, you name it. He does it. You know, brakes. And he does it at a very good price. I paid like $80 for this bolt knob here, and it's solid steel. It's not aluminum like a lot of the bolt knobs in the US are cheap. You know, they use aluminum because it's cheaper. It's easier to machine aluminum than it is steel. So they use aluminum, and I didn't want aluminum. I wanted steel, you know. I wanted something solid. So he made this himself just for me. He did a custom order. He made a steel bolt knob for my CZ550, and he put the knurling on it, so it's got nice texture, so I can get a good positive grip on it. You know, even with gloves I can grab it, you know, and it's nice and thick. I don't know what the diameter is, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be around an inch. And it's going to be around an inch in diameter here, because this muzzle sleeve here is about an inch. So check out Navratil Arms. Very good guy. He worked with me. He made a custom order for me. Great price. Like I said, I paid $80 for this, and he shipped it from Czech Republic. It got here in under a week. Very good guy to work with. So I highly recommend it. Recommend his checking out his stuff. And this bolt knob is just going to replace the factory CZ550 bolt knob here. So what they're going to do is when I send this to GA Precision, they're going to cut this bolt knob off actually with a Sawzall or whatever they have. They're going to cut it off, and then they're going to thread it, and then this will just screw right onto the threads, and you know, I can put some Loctite on there and it'll be good to go. And the bolt knob, it's nice and big, so it's going to stick out You know, the reason I don't like the CZ knob, this stock here, this is a Bell & Carlson stock. It's really beefy here, so you don't get a good, you know, when you cycle, you know, it's it's hard to really get in here, you know, because this is so beefy here. The stock is so beefy. It's got the aluminum chassis in here, so it makes the stock really thick. By the time they put the fiberglass and everything on top of the chassis, it's a really thick stock. So, you know, it's hard to really get a good purchase on it because you really can only get a little bit of your pointer finger in there. You know, you're not getting a solid purchase, so you don't get that good leverage to cycle quickly, you know, versus with this bolt knob, I mean, you can see it's going to stick out quite a bit, you know, compared to this one. It's going to stick out, you know, quite a bit, but it's going to be easy to grasp. You know, even with gloves, it's going to be easy for me to just grab it, you know, and cycle it and rip it open. You know, so that's going to be really cool. I can't wait until they're finished with it. So, you know, it's going to make the bolt stick out a little bit, which may catch on certain things, but not really too worried about that. It's going to increase the capabilities for me. So going to do that, and I already went over my stock before in my SHTF Precision rifle video, the first one. I described it, but this is a Bell & Carlson tactical CZ550 stock. It was manufactured for the Het CZ550 Het rifle back in the day. It was a 338 Lapua that they used to make. Het means high energy tactical, I think. I don't remember, but you know, so it's a really nice stock. It only cost me like $300 or $400, which is, you know, 50% cheaper than a Macmillan or a Manners. It's a very good deal, and it's nice, high quality, you know, Kevlar fiberglass, and has the aluminum chassis that goes all the way to the end, and it goes all the way into the stock here. So it's nice and rigid. It's not flexible, which is good when it's free floated. It's not going to flex on me and contact the barrel. I like that. So good job, Bell & Carlson. Hats off to you guys. And this is the CZ550 receiver, which I've went over before. It's got the internal box magazine, which I prefer over a mag-fed bolt action. It's much more reliable, and I don't have to worry about carrying magazines. It's got the two swivels here, one for the bipod and one for the thing. But what I'm going to have them do is I'm going to have them put flush cups, one here and then one here, so this way I can wear this on my back, sling it over my back, and it will sit flush against my back, you know, versus the swivels here, it won't sit flush. So I'm going to have them do that. They're going to Cerakote, they're going to bead blast and Cerakote the barrel and the muzzle brakes, which came in. This is the Whit Machine muzzle brake. So they're going to Cerakote this. You know, here's the actual brake itself. That's the brake. They're going to Cerakote this green, olive drab, or mil-spec green, so it's going to match the stock. Same thing with the barrel. And they're going to do some other stuff. They're going to blueprint the action, so they're going to, you know, true up. They're going to true up the lugs on the bolt. So they're going to bead blast and then Cerakote the barrel, the muzzle device olive green, so it, you know, matches the stock here. And I'm also going to have them bead blast the bolt and the extractor claw, so it doesn't, you know, shine. You see how it reflects the light, because this is like a nice polished extractor claw, and that's a liability in a tactical situation. So I'm going to have them bead blast this and bead blast the bolt, so it's not as shiny. You can see it's a little bit shiny, especially that extractor claw. That has to be polished, not polished, bead blasted. So they're going to do that, and you know, Cerakote it. They're going to put the barrel on. They're going to put the barrel on there. I'm going to have them do some accuracy stuff. I'm going to have them bed I'm going to have them bed around the lug here, because this is already, it has an aluminum bedding block, so I don't need to have them do a full glass bed all around it. They're just going to bed the recoil lug with, they're going to glass bed around the lug here, but everything else should be fine. It's just not needed on a aluminum bedding block. So I'll have them bed there, and then I'm going to have them true up the bolt lugs. So it's has a better lockup. They're going to blueprint the bolt lugs, and trying to think what else. The flush cups. So that's what's going to happen. So I can't wait to ship this out. I'm going to ship it out tomorrow. It's going to probably take, they said 2 to 3 months. So we're looking at, early summer, late spring. And then after that, I got to mount the scope onto it, which I haven't even bought yet. And then hopefully by, June, I can get out to the range and shoot at 1,000 yards for the first time with this rifle. So I can't wait to take you guys along for my journey. When I'll do another update when I get the rifle back from GA, and I'll do another update when I put the scope on, and I'll show you guys how to mount the scope on a precision rifle, and then we'll go out to the range, and I'll take you guys with me when I sight this thing in the first time, and then when I shoot at 1,000 yards with it, we'll see what the accuracy is like, and we'll see how good it performs. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell, and thanks for your support. I really appreciate your support, and take care of yourself, take care of your family, be safe, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.